Now, going on to the political part of the podcast, you have Rudy Giuliani surrendering to Fulton County. Is this the frog in the boiling water, so to say, and it's slowly pulling up? It seems like all of the people on the right are being arrested. All of Trump's former allies, his lawyers, are being arrested. Where you're supposed to have, I forget the legal term, but you're not supposed to be able to arrest someone's lawyer. Now, this was last week, and Rudy Giuliani quoted saying, quote, "Whether you dislike or you like Donald Trump, they're going to come for you," unquote. Now, this is the former, well, I was going to say, for people who are perhaps international listeners, but he's a former New York City mayor. He was Trump's lawyer, and he's being arrested in connection with the efforts to avoid the state's 2020 election results. Great intimidation factor. I don't know who's going to want to represent Trump when they're arresting all of his lawyers. I think one of the big questions that a lot of people are concerned about in terms of political prosecution and arresting your political opponent, why now? Election is right around the corner. Why weren't all these brought to light in 2020 or 2021? It seems the timing is very convenient to, so going to the political chess analogy, to kind of put Trump in check, to move all the pieces around so he can't make any moves. They're doing it at the time where he has to be mobile. He's supposed to be out there campaigning. He was just arrested in Fulton County, but he did make bail, so he's out. But he has these court dates where he's going to show up in person. And it seems like everyone who is formally supporting him, they're all being put in jail. Now, it looks like specifically, Giuliani specifically, he's in the office on 13 counts of charges, including violation of Georgia racketeering, racketeering influence, and the Corrupt Organizations Act. And when asked about it, well, let's see, right outside the apartment, he had a quick statement.
Going to Georgia, and I'm feeling very, very good about it because I feel like I'm defending the rights of all Americans, as I did so many times as a United States attorney. People like to say I'm different. The same Rudy Giuliani that took down the mafia, that made New York City the safest city in America, reduced crime more than any mayor in the history of any city, anywhere. And I'm fighting for justice. I have been from the first moment I represented Donald Trump. I'm going to Fulton County to comply with the law, which I always do. I don't know if I plead today, but if I do, I plead not guilty. And I get photographed. Isn't that nice? A mugshot for the man who probably put the worst criminals of the 20th century in jail. You find a prosecutor who has a better record than mine in the last 100 years, that you know, or a mayor. And they're going to degrade themselves by doing a mugshot of me. Like, people will recognize me. And yeah, of course they can fingerprint me, but I've been fingerprinted 150 times. So this will turn out exactly like the FBI search turned out. They're lying. I'm telling the truth.
Interesting. It looks like, for exclusive, can't help but notice all his allies are getting arrested. And will this increase support for Trump, or will more people think he's guilty because he's technically all these charges are coming up against him? It'll be interesting to see if this helps him in the polls or what happens to all his allies. But it'll be interesting to see. Time, as I always say, shall tell. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August. Greatly appreciate your assistance. Also, your comments help the channel grow and develop, as well as helps me slow down my speech and make the show better and better, as that was a previous critique, which I've taken to heart and something I've worked on more and more. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone, everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.